Well, let's take you here now. SABC News reporter Mahlako Komane is at the Kranskop Toll Plaza in Limpopo for us. Mahlako, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Talk to us about what the situation is like where you are at the moment.
Yes, good afternoon to you indeed, Unati. We are here at the Kranskop Plaza, that toll gate, where, I mean, it's really congested, Unati. Just driving out of Polokwane is already quite challenging. You know, roads are really busy. We saw one accident roughly about 10 kilometers or so outside of Polokwane as we were making our way here to this particular toll gate, as well as at the Nail Plaza, which is the toll gate that comes after the Kranskop Plaza. When we were passing through there, traffic officials had made the decision to open the gates. Basically, it was Christmas for, you know, commuters as they
All right, we seem to have lost Mahlako, of course. She's at the Kranskop Toll Plaza in Limpopo for us. We've got several reporters that are deployed at various points of exit and entry into Gauteng. But let's see if she's back now, if you can get her back. Mahlako, can you hear me now? Thank you so much. So we got cut off as you was telling us about, you know, how traffic is currently doing there.
Yes, Unati, as I was saying that at the Nail Plaza, which is that toll gate that is after the Kranskop Plaza, at a certain point, traffic officials had decided to open the gates. So basically, it was literally a free ride for drivers as they were able to make their way through that particular toll gate without having to pay, because the traffic was just so much, there was so much congestion. Traffic officials in the province are telling us they're seeing about 1,600, 1,700 cars that are passing between these two toll gates in Waterberg, which would be your Nail Plaza, a few kilometers away from here, as well as the Kranskop Plaza. Unati, let me just step out of shot just to show you what is it that we are seeing here. What is also happening here, as you can see, Unati, all gates have been opened, as many as they could possibly open, and I think there's about 2 gates that are open for traffic coming from Polokwane heading you know, towards Gauteng. You can see it's really packed here. Kilometers of traffic in terms of commuters making their way to their various destinations. As well as we know, today being Friday, of course, a lot of people having knocked off, looking forward to Christmas on Sunday. So it really does get busy here. And as I'm sure you've also heard from my colleague, Lutendo Pobodi, that it's also quite busy at the Messina, at Bait Bridge in Messina. This is one of the roads that leads towards Messina. But we're also told by traffic officials in the province that, you know, the border gate as well in the border gate, Groblersbrug, that goes to Botswana, is also quite congested, with about 8 kilometers of traffic from the border gate leading into, I mean, from the road leading into into Groblersbrug. So it's quite a busy season in terms of commuters in this particular province. As you can see, the N1 North quite busy today. Unati, a lot of drivers obviously having to exercise caution, and we have heard those messages from traffic officials saying that you know, drivers should take time to rest when they are fatigued. You know, speeding obviously is not encouraged as well. But you can also see as you drive, you know, as we were driving towards Kranskop, was you know, a lot of you know, traffic officials were there saying that they won't be tolerating any speed. Drivers are encouraged obviously to be courteous on the road and to obviously obey the rules of the road. In terms of what it's looking like in terms of fatalities and so forth, we are waiting to get that official word from traffic officials as to what is it. We did see quite a number of ambulances as we were parked here, Unati, making their way towards the N1 South. So I'm assuming there is something that is happening in that particular direction. But you know, Unati, we will be here and we'll be bringing you more of what is happening on the N1 heading towards in the Limpopo province, rather, Unati.
In fact, you know, Mahlako, you mentioned how busy it was where Lutendo is in fact in Beitbridge. In fact, we were speaking to Patricia Fosachi not too long ago, and she's at the Pumlani Toll Plaza, and she was talking about just the sheer number of traffic there was there. Reports of about 3,000 vehicles, per hour. Did you manage to speak to officials at all there, or are you still going to? Because one of the other topical points is just the driver behavior that still seems to be the problem and the number one reason why we are seeing the fatalities on the roads currently.
Unati, where Patricia is would be, as you quite correctly said, the Pumlani Plaza. So what happens here is that some of those commuters that would have made their way into that Pumlani Plaza or through Pumlani Plaza some would choose to take the R101, which has less toll gates to pay, and others would make their way through here. Hence, at these two particular toll gates here in Limpopo, we're seeing about, traffic officials told us that there's about 1,700 cars that are making their way through these particular toll gates. Also speaking to the fact that earlier on, actually both, we spoke to Didimanda Trainee of the department in the province, was telling us that Kranskop Plaza as well as the Nail Plaza had to actually at one point just open the gates. So basically between this toll gate and that toll gate for commuters, they were saving roughly 110, 120 rand in terms of their trip. But that was due to just that congestion. They were saying that it's a decision that they do make every now and again when it just becomes so bad that they need to consider their drivers. They need to consider users of the road. But it is really quite busy here in the scorching Limpopo heat. Mahlako,
let's leave it there for now then. Thank you so much for that report. Mahlako Komane is at